just 2,800 miles from Earth.
Houston, we got a great view of the European service module out the window with the sun hitting the side and the solar rays and the NASA worm right there. It's a beautiful looking machine.
Roger.
And we have completed the maneuver to the raise burn orientation, 1 minute away from the raise burn. And the crew module raise burn is underway. 19-second firing of the thrusters. And we have a completion of the burn.
Integrity, good. CM raise burn. Your flight path angle is within limits.
Integrity copies. Looks good on board, Jackie.
So the final maneuver is now complete. Our trajectory for a splashdown in the Pacific 29 minutes from now is set and will not be amended any further. And we have the right angle of attack to mitigate any excessive heat loads on the vehicle during entry interface.
Integrity Houston, a heads up about comm coverage. When you perform the 180 roll, for the first minute or so in that attitude, we expect about a minute LOS.
We copy.
So for those who are watching the series of events coming up, we will enter the first traces of Earth's atmosphere 14 minutes, 45 seconds from now. 6:53 and 30 seconds is what is pegged for entry interface at an altitude of 400,000 feet, traveling at approximately 34,800 feet per second, range to touchdown or splashdown 1,701 nautical miles. 24 seconds after entry interface, we will enter a 6-minute blackout period in which we will lose communications with the crew. This is expected due to the buildup of plasma around the vehicle. That's an ionization effect due to the collision, if you will, of the velocity of the spacecraft with the friction of the Earth's atmosphere. That 6-minute blackout is expected to begin at 6:53 and 54 seconds p.m. Central Time. During that period of time, we will reach our peak speed of 24,661 miles per hour. That comes just short, based on unofficial data from the flight dynamics officer right now, will come just short of the velocity record set by Apollo 10 of 24,791 miles per hour in 1969. We expect peak heating on the vehicle at 6:54 and 52 seconds p.m. Central Time, a minute and 22 seconds into entry interface. At that point, we will be just 204,000 feet above the Earth, traveling at 33,000 feet per second. The blackout period is expected to last 6 minutes. We expect that blackout period to end at 6:59 and 55 seconds p.m. Central Time. From the end of the blackout period until splashdown, it is just 7 minutes, at which point we'll start deploying the series of parachutes to slow integrity down to an ultimate splashdown velocity of just 19 miles an hour.
We see the same, waiting for the 180 rolls.
The parachute deployment sequence, once again, will come in several segments, but in rapid fire succession.
And we have a great view of the moon out window 2. Looks a little smaller than yesterday.
Guess we'll have to go back.
Reed Wiseman and Jackie Mahaffey exchanging discussion on a view of the moon that Integrity's astronauts are seeing in the final minutes of this mission that will be completed with splashdown just 25 minutes from now. 3 forward bay cover parachutes will be used to pull the forward bay cover off the top of the vehicle. Then 2 drogue parachutes will be deployed to slow and stabilize the crew module during its descent, followed by 3 pilot parachutes that will lift and deploy the main parachutes from the forward bay. The final sequence will have 3 main parachutes deployed. These will be 116 feet in diameter, each main parachute approximately 265 feet long when reefed. The parachutes will ultimately slow Integrity down from its peak speed of almost 33 times the speed of sound to a gentle 19 miles an hour at splashdown. The vehicle is now currently in a roll to the proper attitude for entry interface. Our trajectory is right on according to flight dynamics. Integrity is on a trajectory from southwest and northeast across the Pacific Ocean, descending at a rate of 15,000 feet per second. Range to touchdown 4,300 nautical miles, all the systems in excellent shape.
Integrity, Orion in the EI roll 180 attitude.
Looks good on board, Jackie.
This view out of one of Integrity's windows. We had a call for 3 good baros. Those are barometric pressure sensors that feed altitude and rate of descent information to Integrity's computers that will trigger the parachute deployment sequence. We are less than 9 minutes away from entry interface, 22 minutes from splashdown. You can see the reflection of one of the crew members in the window. Out in the Pacific, the weather conditions remain go. Just a few clouds, some scattered clouds, winds at 10 knots, wave heights just about 4 feet. A gentle day in the Pacific for the homecoming of Integrity's astronauts.
Integrity back in EI attitude.
We see the same on board, Jackie. Houston, purge is complete. Crew and vehicle are configured for entry.
Houston copies.
And we're in step 37, transferring nav state to BFS. And Houston, in instruction 509, we are not below 0.2.
Integrity, no action required.
Integrity.
Now 6 minutes away from entry interface. We will hit the first traces of Earth's atmosphere at an altitude of 400,000 feet, traveling about 34,882 feet per second. Ranged splashdown at that point will be 1,701 nautical miles. And once again, just a reminder, some 24 seconds after entry interface, we do expect to lose communications with the vehicle and the crew during a 6-minute blackout period when a plasma shield will build up around the spacecraft due to the ionization, due to heating effects. And Flight Dynamics has just confirmed we will have a blackout period of exactly 6 minutes in duration. And once again, that's due to the fact that a plasma buildup around the vehicle will prevent communications and data, so we will not be able to talk to the crew members at that time, nor will we receive data here in the flight control room.
Houston, everything is looking good on board. Just confirm no pre-EI downloads.
Houston concurs.
That blackout period to begin at 6:53 and 54 seconds p.m. Central Time, and again will last about 6 minutes in duration. We're 4 minutes away from entry interface. This view from Integrity as it crosses from southwest to northeast across the Pacific Ocean, 3 minutes from entry interface. "16.5 minutes till splashdown." The USS John P. Murtha and the recovery team is on station and in position, as are the airborne imagery assets that we hope to receive imagery from as Artemis enters the Earth's atmosphere and through parachute deployment. All of Integrity's systems are in great shape. The crew is ready to complete its mission just 15.5 minutes from now. All of the activities today have gone off in perfect fashion. No issues with the vehicle, no issues with the crew. And the weather at the splashdown site is go. Coming up on 1 minute until entry interface. Mark 1 minute until entry interface. 1 minute, 20 seconds until the expected start of our 6-minute blackout.
Integrity, 1 minute to a 6-minute blackout.
Integrity.
Ten seconds till entry interface. And we have crossed the threshold, now entering the Earth's atmosphere. We're at 400,000 feet, traveling 34,800 feet per second. Time to splash down, 13 minutes, 10 seconds. And as predicted, we've entered our communications blackout. This will be a 6-minute blackout period. No voice, no data from the crew. We're 30 seconds away from the anticipated point of peak heating on the vehicle, where temperatures will rise to about 4,000 to 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the true test of our trajectory. And from the G5 aircraft in the vicinity of the splashdown zone, this view of Integrity. So that pinpoint of light shows the vehicle as it enters the period of peak heating in the Earth's atmosphere, the first tug of gravity being felt by Integrity's astronauts since their launch back on April 1st. 4.5 minutes until the end of the blackout period. Time to splashdown, 11 minutes, 33 seconds. The landing and support officer reports that the P-3 has acquisition on integrity. Three and a half minutes left in this blackout period. This is a visualization of the plasma buildup around the spacecraft and the repelling of that heat on Integrity's heat shield. Flight Dynamics reports that airborne assets in the vicinity of the splashdown zone do have a visual on Integrity. Still 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in our blackout period. Time to splashdown, 9 minutes, 35 seconds. Multiple airborne assets as part of the recovery team all have visuals on Integrity. And the WB-57 flying in the splashdown zone also has a visual. And the Navy helos also have visuals. We're still in the blackout period. Still do not have communications from the crew. We're standing by for communications from the crew. We should be out of the blackout period less than a minute from now. We are now processing data from Integrity. Landing and support officer reports the small boats are en route to the splashdown target zone. Passing through 150,000 feet, our trajectory is perfect. We're getting intermittent views of integrity. Still waiting to establish voice communication.
Integrity, Houston, comm check, post-blackout.
Houston, Integrity, we have you loud and clear.
Your trajectory is nominal, and your recovery teams have visual.
Guidance looks good.
No action for the enabled internal camera controller fail.
Big cheers from the viewing room here in Mission Control as voice communication reestablished with Commander Reed Wiseman. For America and a waiting world, Integrity is 5.5 minutes away from coming home. Passing 100,000 feet now. Range to splash down 19 nautical miles.
Integrity, impact to the camera controller fail is no cab 1 views of the chute.
Integrity.
We're processing good data through the GPS system. A good view of Integrity, time to splash down 4.5 minutes. And a view of Integrity from the WB-57. We're at 50,000 feet. The pyros are armed for forward bay cover jettison. And there go the first series of parachutes, and we're on drogues.
And Houston, we're visual 2 drogues out the window.
2 good drogue chutes. Next up,
We copy, we see them.
Next up, the deployment of pilot parachutes that will pull the main chutes out. Time to splash down 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Perfect descent rate according to flight dynamics.
Good rate on 2 drogues.
We see the same on board.
Passing through 10,000 feet, still on drogues. Main chute deploy. We're at 5,000 feet. Search and recovery beacon has been activated on Integrity.
Ahí está, ¿no? Ya está llegando.
Three good main chutes.
Estoy un poquito mal de la garganta, pero se escucha, ¿no?
Three main chutes, good reefing, good descent.
Llegó, hermano. Ya está. Terrible lo que va a pasar, ¿eh? Ha llegado Freezer. Ha llegado... Ah, no es Freezer, ¿no? No ven la pantalla, dice, ahí está. Llegó, hermano. Ya están aquí. A ver, vamos a poner...
This is a perfect descent for integrity. Its crew sounding hail and
Esto es increíble, ¿eh? Es increíble, hermano. Extraordinario, extraordinario, ¿eh? Estamos viviendo la historia. Estamos viviendo la historia. El próximo mes, o de acá dos meses, cae la isla de Cuba. Ahí está, hermano. Acaban de llegar, los Saiyajin.
Official splashdown time, 7:07 and 47 seconds p.m. Central Time. We'll get that refined for you. That would put the end of the mission and a mission elapsed time of 9.
Ahí está, ¿no? Acaban de llegar al mar de Hawái. Al mar de Hawái, ¿eh? Ya, ¿no? Ya están en camino los portaaviones, están despegando, ¿no? Los Sea Harrier, los Seahawk, ya están en camino, los van a rescatar y vamos a ser testigos de que los terraplanistas la tienen adentro. Mira lo que escribe este animal. Claro, hermano, es la experiencia, ¿no? La experiencia, los años que te dan eso, ¿no? El proyecto Apolo. Antes de Apolo era Géminis, ¿no? El proyecto Géminis, el proyecto Apolo, después vino el proyecto Skylab, después ya en los proyectos ya los Discovery, ¿no? Los transbordadores espaciales, Challenger, Discovery, me parece que habían 3 más, ¿no? Uno se cayó, explotó, ¿no? El Challenger. Después estamos en la misión Artemis, ¿no? Todo como debe de ser, todo bien programado, ¿no? Como siempre hace Estados Unidos. No es pues una potencia, ¿no? Una potencia chica, una potencia como Rusia, ¿no? O la India. Ay, Julita. Un saludo al chino que lo mira de Japón. Ahí está. Apolo a la victoria, no más conozco, hermano. Ahí está. Me van a disculpar, ¿eh? Estoy un poquito mal de la garganta. Ahí está. Cambio, ¿no? Llegaron, hermano. Ya llegaron los botes salvavidas. Van a abrir la escotilla, ¿no? Van a abrir la escotilla y vamos a ver a estos héroes de la nueva era espacial, ¿no? Ahí está, ¿no? Muy bien, hermano. Está bien que confieses, ¿no? Por tanto, están cayendo hacia la parte de arriba de la Tierra, porque si caían hacia la parte de abajo, tal vez. Claro, ¿no? Antiguamente, en la época medieval, ¿no? Pensaban que la Tierra estaba sostenida por una tortuga, elefantes, ¿no? Claro, ¿no? Y acá le todavía habla del equinoccio y sus interferencias en la señal. Ay, Julita, un saludo a mi gemelo. Ahí está, un saludo, señor. Y todo está programado para que mierda no hay un barco acerca. No, imagínate que el Apolo caiga encima de un barco, hermano. Tienen que esperar, ¿no? A una zona de seguridad, hermano. Ay, Julita. Un saludo a mi gemelo, ahí está, un saludo, señor. Bueno, ya, ¿no? Estamos esperando, nada más que lleguen los botes y la marina, ¿no? La marina de Estados Unidos probablemente sean los SEALs, ¿no? Probablemente sean los SEALs, ¿no? Fuerza especial, ¿no? De la marina, lo que abran la escotilla, ¿no?
For all intents and purposes, a textbook mission.
On 28, but I'll remain on this frequency.
We copy.
Reed Wiseman indicating some trouble with the SARSAT phone on board, but that's not an issue. What is more important?
Ahí está, dice, ¿sabes si van a entrar en cuarentena? Obviamente, ¿no? Siempre ha sido así, ¿no? Cuando el proyecto Apolo, cuando llegaron los astronautas, entraron, ¿no? Creo que hay 30 días, 40 días en cuarentena. Yo supongo que estos astronautas van a estar una semana, ¿no? Porque no salieron a la superficie lunar, ¿no? Imagínate, ¿no? Los botes del centro de Lima no más conozco. Ahí perreaban las placas de Villa María del Triunfo. Upa, mira, un Antigua. Niki-san, ahí está. Saludos, señor. Antigua. Este es de la promoción de... ¿cómo se llama este señor? Gianni, ¿no? Gianni Contreras, creo. Gianni Contreras. Esta promoción antigua de Bluetooth. Tienen que revisar que no haya rastro de Venom. Ahí está. Houston, tenemos un problema. Está muy bien, señor. Usted está aprendiendo, ¿eh? Nicky-san, el amigo de los niños, dice. Ahí está. El Challenger estaba destinado a fracasar. En vez de astronautas llevaron un Rokerki y un Dr. Ben.
Imagery airborne assets were able to pick up Integrity's descent almost immediately through entry interface, tracking the vehicle all the way down. And finally, you saw the sequence of chute deployments. First, the forward bay cover being pulled off the top of the vehicle by a series of 3 parachutes. Then the drogue chutes were deployed, followed by the 3 main chutes that slowed the splashdown velocity of Integrity to just 19 miles an hour. Good view of one of the fast boats.
Integrity Houston.
Ahí está, señor, ya estamos. A
ver. You can go back to the 15-minute power down.
No, ya están llegando, ¿no?
Yeah, we'll confirm here in a second.
The crew on
Ahí
board
está,
Integrity
ya está fallando la autopista. A esta hora siempre falla la señal de Wina. Qué casualidad, ¿no? Siempre falla. Por un tema de derecho, señor. Por un tema de copyright. Ahí está, ¿no? Bueno, ya. También el floro del equinoccio. Bueno. Ya, nos acercamos, ¿no? Nos acercamos al tiempo donde los SEALs de la Marina de Estados Unidos lleguen, ¿no? Lleguen a la cápsula Orión y ya, ¿no? Ya, abran la escotilla y rescaten, ¿no? A estos señores. Hablamos de 4 astronautas, 3 hombres y un grone. Ahí está, dice, el 12, exacto, señor, el 12 somos naranja, 5 veces naranja, ahí lo dejo.
Houston copies, and Reed, just to confirm, you are pushing the PTT on the radio.
Ya está, ¿no? A ver. Ya llegaron, ¿no? Ya llegaron los SEALs. van a recuperar, ¿no? Dice que en inglés dijo, ¿no? Los equipos están posicionados, ¿no? Para recuperarlos. Ahí está, por los lados de la cápsula. Ahí está, ¿no? Dice que la flotación, ¿no? Ahí está, dice que hay un protocolo para la tripulación, ¿no? O sea, la tripulación tiene que seguir un protocolo. A ver.
Integrity Houston, for sat phone, we are going to attempt to call you.
Ahí está, dice, vamos a proceder, ¿no? Ahí está, adelante.
Good idea, standing by.
Ahí está, dice, manténganse, ¿no? Stand by.
Push to talk, the two buttons on the left side of the radio below the up-down arrows. We are utilizing them. I'm rebooting the radio to see if we get good comms.
Ahí está, ¿no? Dice, estamos listos, señor. Ya estamos listos, ¿no?
And just to confirm, you are seeing that you're touchdown plus 3030 for power, correct?
Touchdown. Bueno, ¿por qué demoran tanto? Ahí se ve, ¿no? Un Seahawk. Es un helicóptero de la Marina de Estados Unidos. Un Seahawk. Hay lanchas. Ya se están preparando, ¿no? Hay una lancha grande.
To have mission control here call the crew on their satellite phone. This all part of the coordination for the power down of the vehicle that will initiate the actual recovery operation. The first boats with the Navy divers on board are standing by to close in on Integrity to begin the process of erecting the large inflatable raft that's called the front porch.
Ya, hermano, que están esperando ya. Imagínate que los astronautas quieran ir al baño, hermano. Ahí está, ¿no? Están siguiendo los procedimientos. Están siguiendo los protocolos, ya se van acercando lentamente, ¿no? Imagínate que salga un... ¿cómo le decían? A los depredadores. Los Yauja, ¿no? Imagínate que salga un Yauja. A ver, ya se van acercando. Ya, hermano, quieren ir al baño, apúrate. Ahí está, ¿no? Hay cuatro globitos que probablemente sean los flotadores de la cápsula. Pero obviamente, ¿no? Está flotando porque adentro de la cápsula hay aire, ¿no? Y también tiene un dispositivo que lo mantiene a flote. Hay una lucecita, ¿no? Una lucecita intermitente que obviamente es un dispositivo, ¿no? De ubicación. Ahí está, dice... la de Marte. Ah, bueno, ok, señor. Están jugando en Yanquerpó para ver quién sale primero, ¿no? Hola, mi nombre es Juana, vengo de España, pero actualmente vivo en Francia. Por motivo de salud sufro de ya y los médicos dicen que tengo los días contados. Ay, Julita, tengo 700.000 euros. Me gustaría donar este dinero a una persona humilde y honesta. Ok, señor, envíe aquí nomás. Pronto, pronto vamos a monetizar en Facebook. Ya estamos ya. Parece el final de Gantz en el manga. Ya están cerca. Ahí está, se ríe este señor.
This is Mission Control, Houston. While we stand by for the establishment of communications between Integrity
and van a mantener comunicaciones.
Basically standing by very close to the spacecraft.
Ahí está, estamos muy cerca, dice. Ahí está, dice, no escuché el nombre, pero es un buque y hay varios destructores, ¿no? Dice.
Hey Rob, yeah, just such an honor to be able to be here on the ship, to be able to share and experience this moment with everyone together. Of course,
estamos compartiendo la experiencia.
with NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. Administrator, how did you feel getting to witness this and seeing
Ahí te dice,
NASA
¿cómo te sientes desde el USS, no? Ahí te dice desde pequeño, dice, tiene este sentimiento. Ahí está, trabajo duro, dice. Es un momento increíble.
Yeah, incredibly grateful too for our teams
Ahí
here
está.
on the John P. Murtha right now.
Yeah, look at the behind us here.
Got everybody. What do you guys think?
Están todos, ¿no? Toda la tripulación del portaaviones. Ahí está.
Unbelievable. Thank you. Yeah, so
Increíble, dice, gracias.
That are here, the NASA teams. I mean, this is a joint effort that's on their way
Los
right now.
equipos de la NASA están agradecidos.
Spacecraft to integrity. Get our astronauts back,
Allá dice que la nave espacial ha llegado a un estado que no tiene ningún daño.
How does this make you feel, and what do you hope people take away from this?
Well, I'll tell you, I think about the crew members that we've all
Ahí está.
had an
Piensa que el
opportunity
equipo de
to
los
over the last 10 years,
tripulantes,
right? I mean, they're absolutely professional astronauts. I mean,
ahí está,
wonderful
¿no?
communicators,
Están
almost
agradecidos
poets,
con
but
el
I think
profesionalismo de los
these are the
astronautas, ¿no?
ambassadors from humanity to the stars that we sent out there right
Para la
now.
humanidad,
I
las
can't
estrellas.
imagine a better crew than the Artemis II crew
No.
that just completed a perfect mission right now. So yes, it's a huge moment for everybody, right? I mean,
Ahí
we're
está.
back in the business of sending astronauts.
Están de vuelta al negocio, ¿no? De vuelta en esta carrera espacial, ¿no?
Which you hear sometimes around here is like, this was a once in a lifetime. No, it's not. This is just the beginning. We are going to get back into doing
Este es solo el inicio, dice. Es solo el inicio.
Until we land on it in 2028 and start building our base.
Yeah, are we going to build on the momentum for Artemis 3? I mean, it's just around the corner.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's, part of me too. Like, I can't wait to get the crew off of
Este es parte del Artemis 3. O sea, este es un astronauta, pero que del Artemis 3.
We're going to want to download all the data they couldn't transmit back to us and use that to inform Artemis 3. But we're already making progress, right? You had SRB segments already showing up at KSC core stage for
cuando hablan rapidito ya me pierdo. Cuando hablan despacio sí entiendo.
Assembly building. So yes, there is a lot to celebrate right now on a mission well accomplished.
Hay mucha celebración, dice.
And at the same time, we got to start getting ready for 3.
Amazing. And last question.
Estamos listos, ¿no? Para la parte 3.
Join us for all 10 days to see what we can accomplish together with our international partners. What do you think about the fact that we're going to keep doing this more and more and more?
¿Qué piensas sobre esto?
I mean, yes, it's the contributions, like the best and brightest across the NASA workforce from across the country, our industry partners, our international partners.
Están hablando de las tecnologías que se han creado, ¿no? Como aliados de la nación, ¿no? Claro, empresas, ¿no?
Prior to launching Artemis II, I was meeting with the Italian Space Agency. We signed a memorandum of understanding to build a habitation module on the moon.
Han construido un módulo habitacional.
And partners coming together saying we are committed to this effort, we are returning to the moon, we're doing it to stay, we are building that enduring presence, we are going to master the skills on the surface of the moon so someday we can undertake missions to Mars. It's just an incredibly exciting
Claro, ya están pensando en Marte, ¿eh? Claro, contra China, dice el perucito, cuando envía una llama. Nunca, hermano. Se viene la base lunar para cuando la cero armadura. Bueno, yo creo que ya no vamos. Cumplimos la hora. Supongo que esto va a demorar, ¿no? Va a tomar tal vez una hora, ¿no? Y ya no, tengo que tomar mi pastilla, tengo que tomar mi tiamazol, tengo que tomar mi selenio, mi paracetamol, ¿no? Parece que no han logrado establecer comunicaciones. Ay, Julita, imagínate que hayan llegado 4 cadáveres. Ay, Julita.
Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time, 2.5 hours before sunset in the Pacific South.
Imagínate, hermano, que no, no entablen comunicación porque hay 4 cadáveres adentro, ¿no? Podría ser, todo puede pasar, porque imagínate que al momento de descender algún químico o tal vez alguna fuerza G o el choque con el mar los haya, no sé, o tal vez están desmayados, ¿no? Han perdido el conocimiento. Todo puede pasar, ¿no? El morenito es un xenomorfo, dice. Ahí está. Ya me empiezo a preocupar, ¿eh? Parece que no entablan comunicaciones. Van a entrar a la fuerza, ¿no? Como un grupo Terna. O tal vez estoy viendo atrasado, a ver. A ver, a ver. Bueno, ya llegó, ¿no? Eso es lo importante. Y si llegaron vivos o fríos, ya eso lo sabremos después, ¿no? Así que ya. Buenas noches y volvemos mañana. Mañana empezamos con la vigilia. Mañana empezamos con la vigilia, una vigilia de 36 horas. Vamos a estar presentes en el flight. Vamos a compartir las fotitos, ¿no? de los barecistas que vayan a votar. Envíen sus fotitos al canal de Instagram, al canal de Facebook. Yo lo voy a compartir, ¿no? Sí, esta noche vamos a recuperar fuerzas porque volvemos el sábado y nos vamos de largo, ¿ah? Nos vamos de largo, hermano. Listo, llegaron, no se sabe si están vivos, no se sabe si están fríos, pero llegaron. Listo, nos vamos.